Oh, I love this for you. Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Peas in a Pod with your host, me, P. So, guys, as you know, we have come to the end of season one, and I love this for us. So, I thought, why don't we just kind of unpack everything that's happened, everything we've learned, everything we've been feeling over the past season? And I thought we'll do it with a really cute episode, which is only going to be 15 minutes long. I mean, if I could talk 15 minutes, I don't know, but we're going to give it a go. So it's given bite-sized episode, and I love this for you guys. So yeah, like I said, we've come to the end of season one, guys. How amazing is that? I think I was saying in the last episode, like, when I think back to where I was at last year when this was just kind of like a vision, it was just kind of like an idea in my head, to now, and seeing you guys' like reaction to what I've done, how it makes you guys feel, you guys engaging with me, commenting, sharing, like it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful that we've been able to go on this journey together, because like I always say, you guys are my best friends. You guys are my best friends, and I hope I'm your best friend as well. So get it together. So yeah, like I said, we're going to unpack and just have a quick chit chat on just kind of like where I've been at over the season. As you guys know, last year I quit my job, and that was like my big moment. Like that was the thing that was like, okay, we're about to start something. I didn't know what I was going to start. I just knew I was about to start something. I knew I was in the space where the way that I was living, the things that I was doing, it just wasn't giving anymore. I needed something new, and I needed something fresh, and I needed to understand who's P, who is P, and what is P really about? Why is she here, and why has she got this voice? Because I've definitely got a voice, and I definitely love to talk, but there was a reason for it, and I didn't know what that was when I was in the broke down, stressful, traumatizing 9 to 5. So that's where we've been. That's where we was at last year. Quit my job, and then we started the podcast. And since starting the podcast, let me tell you guys, it has been a journey. Let me say it louder for the people in the back. It has been a journey. However, we've done it, and like I said, it's been great because you guys have been on the journey with me. I think one of the one of the biggest things that I have learn about myself on this journey is, and this is the first thing, because I feel like I've learned so much about myself since I've been on this journey, is I don't give myself enough grace. Like, I went into this feeling like I had to be the most perfect podcaster, the baddest bitch of them all. I felt like I had to come on the screen and make it look like I had it all together. Like, the perfectionism that I was trying to achieve at the beginning of this was embarrassing, because I've never done it before. So why did I feel like I needed to try and make it something that it was? Then I'll be out here watching people that have been doing podcasts for years and years, and they've got a whole team behind them. And then there's little old me who's literally sitting in their living room trying to set everything up on their own on a 12-week course, trying to learn how to do it. And then I thought I could be perfect. Yeah, no. So I think one thing I definitely realized is I need to give myself more grace. And I think as time went on, one thing I realized is you guys appreciate the authenticity of me starting up. You know, I feel like you guys really appreciated the honesty of where I'm at and how I'm doing it. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people messaged me, you know, saying how much it's inspired them to be able to just start their own. And that's why the beginning of the series was about just starting, because you can sit there and convince yourself that you need to be this perfect version of yourself before you even start, and that's going to be the thing that stops you from just starting. So I think the first thing I need to say is, when you do start something up, like what I've done, is give yourself that grace. You're not going to know everything, and you are going to have to learn. You are going to have to grow in areas. I watched something the other day, and it was basically a podcast about how to do podcasting. And it was a kind of like a social media podcast manager. And she was basically like, when you step into this space, you've got to be open to shifting. You know, when I started the podcast, I was so set on what I wanted it to be, what I wanted it to look like, how I wanted it to go. And as time's gone on, I've learned, nah, shit got to change. I've got to be open to doing things differently. I've got to be open to trying new things, and I have to be okay when something that I tried to do my way didn't work. So we're gonna have to do it another way. So when she said that, you've got to be okay and open to shift whatever it is that you're doing, whatever space that you're in. That is what's going to drive the success. Do you know what I mean? I've got people around me now that I didn't have before I started. So when I first started, I was kind of just in this frame of mind of doing it my way. Whereas now I have an amazing social media manager that's been really supporting me. I've opened myself up to other people's advice and guidance and stuff like that. And along the way, they've been able to feed different angles into me. And I think if I had just been closed off from that and not been open to shifting, then we wouldn't have been able to create what we've been able to create, because the podcast doesn't look anything or feel anything like what I thought it was going to feel like. I can't explain. But like I said, you guys have enjoyed it. You guys are appreciating it. So I love that for me. Let me go to my notes because I wrote down some of the things that I've been learning, and my brain. This is why we had to come to the end of season 1, guys, because my brain just doesn't work anymore. And that's another thing that I didn't put down the notes because now I remember I was going to talk about. Guys, give yourself a break. I have been out here fighting for my life to just be consistent and keep on going and uphold this image of myself that I'm this boss bitch and I can just fight through everything. I'm tired. I am so bloody tired. So that is another thing that I've learned is really, number one, listening to your body. And I think scheduling in schedule is that a word? Yeah, they said it's a word. Scheduling in. Why doesn't it feel like a word though? It's not rolling off the tongue the way I want it to roll off the tongue. I can't explain. So scheduling in just time for you. Do you know what I mean? Like I was really scared to take a break because I was worried about, losing engagement and kind of just losing momentum and just my flow with things. So I feel like I was really pushing through what my body was trying to tell me, which was to take a break. However, I've kind of come to terms with the fact that it's okay to stop. It's okay to take a break. I mean, it's a good thing because it's created space for us to be able to do new things with the podcast, add new things in, try new things. Whereas we wouldn't have been able to do all of that whilst we was doing it. We were just squeezing it in and just kind of getting by, as opposed to really now, like me and my social media manager, we can actually sit together now and plan stuff and think about, okay, what can we do differently moving forward? Like, how can we make this better? Do you know what I mean? So, guys, if I haven't learned anything, one thing I have learned is give yourself a break because you go be tired. You go be tired. And it's crazy because I'm a kind of person, when I'm tired, no one can tell that I'm tired. So I'll really be out here fighting for my life. But everyone's like, oh, yeah, perhaps she's really doing but no, I'm not. I'm crumbling. I am absolutely crumbling. So, yeah, definitely got to give yourself a break. Let me have a look at my notes. Let me have a look. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, another thing that I think for me has been quite big is obviously when you start something and when you're doing something new, everyone's going to have advice. Everybody's going to have something to say. Everyone's going to know a way where you can do it better or do it differently, or I don't know. Everybody's always talking. Everybody is always buddy talking. And I think when I first started, I was really listening to everything that everybody was saying, and it got overwhelming because realistically, you can't please everybody. Do you know what I mean? I've got people in the background telling me what to do. Um, I've got audiences telling me what to do. I've got friends telling me what to do. I've got family telling me what to do. I've got my boyfriend. Like, everybody has got something to say, and it gets overwhelming, especially if you're actually trying to absorb everything and then please everyone. You're never going to be able to please everybody. And I'm saying this to myself because I am Birmingham's biggest people pleaser and I hate letting anybody down. However, you can't please everybody. So I've really had to sit in a space and really accept, no, this is my baby. I run this ship. Yes, I can be open to advice. Yes, I can hear what people have to say because it does help. Like I said, we've got to be open to shifting. We've got to be open to trying things out and doing things differently. However, you are in control of your thing. Don't let nobody come and try and overwhelm you and throw you off. Everyone's always going to think you can do it better. And yeah, you probably can, but it's a journey. You're not going to be able to get it all in one go. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, be open to what people say, but really believe in your source. And I feel like when I first started, I wasn't believing in my source because I was new to this and I felt like, everybody around me is gonna know more than me, so I need to listen to them to make it better. Nah, I gotta believe in my source because I'm saucy. Okay, I'm bloody saucy. So that's another thing that I've definitely learned. But I think that was a good one. I think that was a good one because I think as I really eased into that, it took off a lot of pressure. Because like I said, I'm Birmingham's biggest people pleaser. And I will be out here trying to please everybody and be mashing down my own thing. So yeah, I think the biggest thing that I've had to overcome whilst doing the podcast is self doubt and fear. And I know I'm not the only one that deals with this. I think when you start something new, no matter how confident you are in that space or how much you feel like you already know, there's always going to be that self doubt. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a human thing. Like sometimes I think to myself, God, why did you have to give us these feelings? Because it's draining. Do you know what I mean? But it happens. You know what I mean? It's real shit. Like we're human beings. We go through these things. We question ourselves. Especially being in a creative space as well. I don't know what it is about us creatives and wanting everything to be perfect. And like I said, the audience don't even care. A lot of the time, what we're seeing, nobody else is even seeing. So, like I said, then things will naturally come up in you, but it's about not allowing that to stunt you or stop you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, there's a way to not be scared. There's a way to not have, it's going to come up regardless, whether it's really, really small or really, really big. It happens, but it's about you really, like I said, believing in your source and being able to work through that fear. I've got an episode, I think it was episode 2, and it was like, it's about starting scared. It's going to be there. You're going to feel it. As confident as I am, as big as my personality is, you gonna get scared sometimes. No, I'm not gonna lie, I get scared every single time. Like literally, I be sitting in this on this podcast, and 5 minutes beforehand, I'm sweating. My palms are damp, and like I keep saying, my head. So it's real shit. So don't look at anybody else and think, oh yeah, because they've got big energy and they seem confident on the camera that they don't go through the same shit that you go through. We all go through the fear and the self doubt. But like I said, it's about you pushing through that. You can either let that stunt you and stop you and make you not move, or you can really ease into that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think with my fear, I just thought, I'm just going to turn it into an episode. So I literally based my episodes around me being scared, which allowed me to be scared but on camera and not have to fake it or not have to hide it, because it's real shit. It's real shit. So yeah, I hope that those things that I have, recognized and noticed whilst doing my podcast, can help you guys, because I think we're in a space at the moment where we've got to figure out who we are. We've got to figure out who we are. We've got to figure out why we're here and why we have these gifts that we have, as opposed to just kind of just grinning and bearing and just going through life. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm not the only one that had that burning inside of me that knew there was something more. Do you know what I mean? But not really knowing or understanding, like, what is that more? Like, what is it that I can do that's gonna really give me that fulfilling feeling? And it's a scary journey, and you guys know, because you guys have been on the journey with me, and I genuinely hope that you guys really stay on this journey with me, because we're constantly learning, we're constantly developing, we're constantly growing, and that is literally just what it's about: growing, developing, and learning. And you'll get to your point where things just make sense and things just feel comfortable. I'll be honest, I've been doing the podcast now for like a month, and things still don't make sense. Things still don't feel comfortable. I don't know, to you guys, you're watching thinking, oh yeah, like Paris is doing bits, like you guys be messaging me and making me feel like I'm some kind of like superstar. And I'm like, okay, she's doing something. Sis is doing something. You know what I mean? But if I'm being really honest with you guys, I'm still learning. I'm still growing. Like I think it was probably last week, I was crying my eyes out because I had to take a break. And I was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to lose all of my best friends. Do you know what I mean? But again, it was just about growing and developing and understanding. Taking a break is not that deep. Do you know what I mean? It creates room for rejuvenation and refreshing and everything. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, I hope that those little things that I have learned or realized, or I don't even know what word I'm looking for, will help you guys. I think the thing that I've enjoyed the most about doing my podcast is finally being in a space where I can be myself. Oh my God, like you guys know I'm a talker and I'm loud and I'm too much, and every time Paris walks in the room, it finna get lit. However, I don't feel like I've been able to do that in a lot of the spaces that I've been in, i.e. the 9 to 5, i.e. the office space. Awful, traumatizing. God willing, I get to a point where this shit doesn't even affect me anymore, but it still does. I'm still traumatized. I'm still working through it. So yeah, I think I'm really, really enjoying being in a space where I can just be myself and I can just show up every day and just be me. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know what that looks like for you. I don't know what spaces require you to just be you, but find them, guys. Find them. My life is not perfect. I am still on universal credit and haven't got no money in my bank account. However, my soul and my spirit is happy. Do you know what I mean? My soul and my spirit is happy. And I'm very, very sure that being in this space and being obedient to what I know I'm supposed to do is going to get me to a point where the money's chasing me. So I don't have to worry about all of that. I can swear my boyfriend pays the bills. It's all good. But yeah, guys, I love this for us. I love this for me. I think this is a very proud moment that I need to really sit with, and I haven't been able to do that because I've just been going and going and going. So I think these next few weeks that I'm off, I am really going to embrace the fact that you did that, girl. You did that. And I don't need a round of applause from anybody else because I can give it to myself. So thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and commenting, and keep on doing that even whilst I'm on the break. And thank you for just really encouraging me and believing in what I'm doing. And I really hope that you guys come back for season 2 because, like I said, you guys are my best friends, and I feel like I can't survive life without you guys anymore. So yeah, that is your bite size peas in a pod. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I need to do a bit more of these. We'll think about it on the break. You must let me. We'll speak to Maria, see what she thinks. And yeah, have a lovely time of the 2 weeks that I'm not going to be here. Keep on liking, keep on subscribing, keep on watching, keep on engaging. I am still here. I'm just not here. You must let me. But yeah, I hope everybody's good. I love you guys so much. Like I keep on saying, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever it is that you do. And I will see you when I'm back. I know. And the thing is, I saw the hand, but in my head I was thinking I need to wrap it up, like, so it doesn't just, do you know what I mean? But then that little extra gives us something to play with. Yeah.